Here is my 1999 Honda Civic SI EM1 chassis code that I have up for sale. Have a D-Series in it, built D-Series, but I've got a little bit of a story behind that I can get to if you want me to. Just reply to me or shoot me a text. Here's some goodies I started taking apart in anticipation to pull the motor out. Here's the turbo. As you can see, it's a Garrett. It's a 60 AR compressor side, 63 AR exhaust side. And here's the wastegate. Got the wastegate to where it dumps outside the bumper. So the wastegate will come out right here in this little hole here. Some other little odds and ends pieces. Intercooler piping, Grady Type S blow-off valve. Rare Grady Type S blow-off valve. Teal style wastegate. It's not the actual teal, but it is a 35mm teal style. I've had no problems with it. I've ran the car, the motor for 30,000 plus miles and decided to get it rebuilt. To the engine, got a blur style turbo manifold, wastegate bolts up there. Power steering still intact. Got an EM True Time power steering gear. Underdrive pulley there. EM cam gear. Gage Racing timing belt. Powder coated blue 9295 EX valve cover. Stock distributor. EM fuel rail with RC 550cc injectors. No resistor box needed. Also have the OBD2 to OBD1 clips from RC, as well as the spacers and everything for the fuel rail and whatnot. A liquid filled fuel pressure gauge, B&M fuel pressure regulator, stock intake manifold, DC sports upper strut bar, stock transmission, polyurethane motor mount inserts, no air conditioning. Let's see. That's about all that I can think of on the outside here. The internals of the motor got Crowler titanium valve springs and retainers, as well as a Zeck Stage 2 street strip cam. Block lower end includes Eagle H-beam rods, Vitara YCP Vitara pistons with the Teflon skirts on them. They're oversized, I believe, by 0.5 millimeter. And I've also got a Super Tech block guard in there. Stock crank, all bearings and everything replaced recently. And after driving 103 miles, the bearings spun again because the tolerances weren't right at the last shop. Tried to rebuild the motor with. I've been going back and forth with them to try to get it fixed, and they're not wanting to cooperate. So here's the oil line. I've got it taken off because I did remove the turbo, and then because I was going to pull the motor out and put a stock Y8 that I do have. It is still sitting in my storage unit. Little interior shots. Got some carbon fiber overlay on some interior pieces. Needs to be vacuumed out, so I apologize for that. I've got a double-in CD player in here. Was probably gonna let that go with the car. I don't have back here are the pieces to get the to put it back, to install it correctly. I just been lazy. Speakers and everything. There's no speakers in here. Those are in storage. I haven't gotten a chance to install those either. Steering wheel's locked. Got a autometer carbon fiber boost gauge, autometer voltmeter, carbon fiber as well. Carbon fiber inlay on the gauge cluster here. If I can get in here and see. So 151 on the chassis, 103 miles on the motor that was just rebuilt. Let's see. That gauge I'm taking out, and that gauge I'm taking out. Keeping those. Cruise control, sunroof, all this stuff works. I've also got a set of OEM fog lights to put in. I went ahead and put the power button in there for those. Just haven't gotten around to installing the fog lights. Needs to be vacuumed. Here's the ECU that I've got in it. It's a P72. I believe I'd have to look at it. Let's see. No, it's P28. Shipped with chrome. And currently running on about 12 pounds a boost. It's tuned for 440cc injectors, but I got 550cc injectors in there, so it was running a little bit rich. Let's see, interior's in pretty good shape. Let's see, just needs to be vacuumed out. I don't know where I do not know where the floor mats are, unless they're in my storage unit. I'll have to go look for that, but you can see here, SI headrest with the hole in them. These are EX seats out of my 99 Civic that I flipped over, which is where the motor came from that's in this car. So, I mean, you can't tell the difference. You probably wouldn't have noticed that if I wouldn't even have said anything. So, I've got another, I have another emergency brake that doesn't have this stupid ricey goodness right here. I just haven't gotten around to swapping them out. You know, I've had this car since 2001, so, well, not this exact car, but I've had a 99 Civic, my silver one I had since 2001. See, a little bit of suspension. Got New Speed race springs on, KYB AGX struts. They're adjustable. Let's see. Front mount intercooler, you probably won't be able to get the good lovingness out of that thing, but it's freaking huge. It comes all the way up to about the bottom. It comes up to about right here where my hand is on the front bumper, all the way to the bottom. It's all 2.5 inch mandrel bent charge piping, and it's the black crispy. I can't even think what it's called, but it's this kind right here, powder coated black. Right here, powder coated black, with the exception of this blue piece here, but I do have the replacement black piece. I just never got around to cutting it to install it. I make sure it's 228, OBD2 to OBD1, OBD1 to OBD2 jumper there. Here's the M1 style lip that I have on the trunk, which I really like. I've got a stock, the low spoiler. I've got one of those stock in white in storage. Just never got around to putting it on. I don't think I was going to. But here's the car. Kind of got it a little bit taken apart. Just gonna pull the motor out, put a stock motor in, probably sell it, and then part out the motor. I just got, I've got a 06 G35 coupe that I want to park in the garage and, put a little bit of money into. So, somebody would like to buy this thing, I'd really appreciate it. Feel that $5 grand is a pretty fair price considering everything he's done to it. We got probably $5,000 in mods in the car, including everything that it comes with. It's got 4800K, just now saw the ballast here. 4800K HIDs. So it's not this, the ricey. I'm not a big ricey kind of guy, man. I don't like riced out stuff, so they're not the big bright blue ones. They look, it's kind of like the factory HID look, so it's kind of like a hint of blue in the bulbs. Not overwhelming. So I like my headlights functional, not flavor, whatever. Let's see. Just kind of doing this ad hoc. So here's the downpipe, 3 inch from here back, no cap. It goes 3 inch all the way back, all mandrel bent, stainless steel, all the way back to a EM1 style can. Kind of dirty, man. The car's been sitting in my garage for a while, so sounds amazing. It does not sound anything like a D series or a Honda for that matter. Whenever it's running like it's supposed to, especially when the wastegate opens up and it just dumps out here. It's amazing. That wasn't me hawking a loogie. I was just trying to imitate the sound of my car. Body damage. Here's a little scratch here on the door. It's been like that for a while. It's not rusting. Looks like it's just down. It's actually not very deep, but it is there. Car's dirty. A little bit normal dents on the fenders and quarter panels as a Honda. Let's see. Dents on the trunk. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. There's a dent on the trunk there. Apologize, it's dirty. Things just sits in my garage, man. Let's see, a little bit of rust on that, but we can get that with some touch-up paint, or if you want to get a carbon trunk, whatever. Oh, the tent in the back. There's a little bit on the back that needs to be pulled out. And then the driver's side window is off track. Needs to be put back on track. I just don't feel like working on this thing. Got a block off plate for the antenna. Sunroof works. A little bit of my junk on the roof. Here's the antenna for the radio. Got a little shark fin. Thought that looked pretty cool, so I went with that since there was already had a big ding-a-ling style one coming out the back, like a Volkswagen Jet or something. So I was like, nah, I'll put a little shark fin like a Bimmer on it. So went with that. So there's a little quick, unrehearsed deal for my car that I'm trying to sell. If you have any questions or anything, you can text me, email me, whatever you want to do. Not sure what this looks like because I'm turning the phone around and doing the video, but just hit me up. I'd like to get this thing out of my garage so I can park my G in here. So shoot me an offer if you feel that $5,000 is too much for the whole car, or if you want to buy the chassis, which is mainly the reason I'm making this video, is the dude gave me an idea. He offered me some cash for the chassis. So if that's something you want to do, I can pull the motor out. Just got to be patient with me. I only like to work on this thing on the weekends and only when it's warm outside. I don't like bleeding all over it. So hit me up. Email or text. You'll have all your goodness, all the information, everything will be in the post. Craigslist ad or on Honda Tech, which is where I'm about to post this thing now. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching all this. Goodbye.